What's up? Top of the top. Good morning. What's up? What's up? Boy, y'all ready? What's up, family? How y'all doing this morning? Good to see y'all. What's up? It's Friday. Y'all already know what I'm about to do. You know how I go down on Fridays, man. Thank God it's Friday. And I understand it's just another day, but we here, y'all. We made it another week. What's up? I see my people in here this morning, man. What's up, y'all? ABG, Miss Deja. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Good morning, Jeanette. Y'all been waiting this morning. Black Barbie, what's up? The rest of the family, they'll be here later. I'm about to get started. Good morning, Rondell. Good morning, J.E. Big Dog TV, what's up? ASAP Auto, what's up? We here. Let's get started. What's up, Sassy? What's good, y'all? How y'all feel? It's been a long week, but we got through the week. It's been kind of fast at the same time. Y'all know how it go down. Layla, what's up? Yeah. We're going to get into these topics, man. Hopefully everybody's feeling good. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, man. It is the summertime, so you got to still, enjoy yourself. Have a little fun. All right, today I'm going to be talking about YG and TYGA, their new music video. YG new song. They looking like white chicks out here. I'm gonna go into that right there because we've been talking about how a lot of these people are selling out left and right. They don't even care. They got to keep it going to get that money. That's why we see everybody doing whatever they got to do to keep that money coming in, keep that check coming in. I also spoke on how they're trying to destroy rap anyway, and rap coming to an end. And I'm gonna talk about that because IRV Gotti feels the same exact way. And the reason why I'm touching back on this particular topic of Drake's new album, because the other episode, the other day, this week, I was talking about not only how they are changing the frequency of music, how they on purpose been destroying it for years. Now, Grammy Award winning IRV Gotti, y'all know he's behind a lot of people from Ja Rule, Jay-Z, DMX, Ashanti, and a whole lot of others. IRV Gotti is a producer. He knows about music. He knows what he's talking about. And even he peeped that Drake's new album is not hip-hop. And I told y'all, in my opinion, that album was made like that on purpose because they're getting away from hip-hop music. Hip-hop music is now officially about to be history. I'm going to get into that. Also, the basketball player Vince Carter, who was once compared to Michael Jordan once upon a time, he is now an announcer for TNT. Long story short, his home got broken into in Atlanta, and his family got basically held hostage in the crib. They had to hide out while the robbers came in the crib. And y'all know I've been talking about this, so everything that I speak on, when anything come out to relate as proof, I'm going to always go back to that particular story. Y'all know I was just talking about yesterday, home invasions going on in Buckhead, Atlanta. Now proof once again, Vince Carter home. He lives in Atlanta, house broken into while his wife and kids was home. We spoke about all of this. Those that's in the know, y'all already know what's up. Also, back to little TJ, they saying he was set up by a female allegedly, but that ain't nothing new. Also, I see that the Senate has passed, not just the Senate, but at the Capitol, whatever, the Supreme Court, the New York gun laws, the new New York gun laws. Now, New York residents that are legit, they now can carry concealed weapons outside of their homes. And I'm gonna get into that. I'm also gonna get into how once again in Fresh Montana, like I said, he found a way to trend, but he said that record labels have insurance on rappers and they are invested in their death. A lot of us already knew this, but now French want to talk about this because his career is in the trash. I'm gonna get into that. I'm also gonna get into, you know, on a funny note, how that versus battle the other day with Mario and them, whatever. You know, they say Ray J and them was in the building, Bobby V. They say Ray J destroyed the whole show before it started. They say his voice was cracking and popping. Ray J, we ain't even gonna go into him, but I'm just saying. They say that man's voice was horrible. And I told y'all in my opinion, that's why I don't want to watch no verses. That's nothing but a bunch of old, that's a bunch of has-beens. I'm not even being not just has-beens, that's taking it to a time where we ain't at no more. And I'm also going to tie that in with this IRV GOTTI story that people want to go back to a time that we not in no more. And they don't want to let it go. So I'm going to talk about that. But other than that, how y'all doing? Y'all already know how I do. For No Fame Live, episode 205. We're going to get through today. Y'all already know how I go down, man. What's good? As you can see, what's going on. Now, this whole TYGA Y.G stuff is funny to me because it caught me off guard the other day. I was blind to what was actually going on. Now, the other day when I was on Instagram, basically I got a message from the homie Breezo sent me the message. He sent me this picture, but it's actually from Say Cheese TV was covering this particular footage in the story. So when he sent it to me in the inbox, I was like basically like, hey, who is this? And I knew it was some niggas, you know what I'm saying? And the first thing I thought was, oh, I guess these niggas supposed to be white chicks. They trying to clown white chicks. I didn't know what the shit was about. I ain't paying no mind, right? But then yesterday I seen it trending, and then I actually seen that it was actually YG and TYGA, and I said, oh, wow. I said, these niggas have officially came out the closet, or these niggas officially selling out. But in my opinion, they selling out for Pride Month because it's no coincidence how this just happened to come out right now. And I told you, a lot of these people, they trying to get all the fans they can. So if they got to get fans from all walks of life, that's what they're going to do. They do not care. Now, mind you, they've been selling out slickly back, like I told you, back to when, you know, dudes was taking their shirt off, licking their lips. It was a lot of different ways dudes were selling out. Now they outright. Now we know YG is supposed to be a gangster blood from Cali. We know a lot of people have been trying to slander New York on taking L's, but now New York has turned up, and now Cali looking suspect. For those who into the street politics, a lot of people getting smoked in New York City, and it seemed like in California, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. But anyway, I'm just clowning right now. But like I said, can we not say for a fact right now that YG and TYGA have sold out? Are they showing their true colors? Now, I don't see from this point on how nobody ever going to take YG serious. Nobody never took TYGA serious. Mr. Rack City. Yeah, white chicks. But then when I saw this picture from before, this picture right here looks suspect. As you can see, look how YG got this man in the headlock, standing behind him with his arm around his neck. What men pose like that in a picture? What should I say? What real individuals stand in a picture? What gangbangers take pictures like that? Are these people trying to tell us something? Are they playing? But see, a lot of people got tricked into thinking a lot of people gangster, they tough because they got a lot of tattoos, all of that. They always got a flag on. They always screaming out a gang. What is wrong with this picture? Does TYGA not look like he's his bitch, or it's just a suspect ass picture? This is what's going on out here right now, y'all. I'm sorry I got to report on this. Yeah. Sassy talk about hair laid and all of that. Yeah, man, these dudes showing you, man. Do you think a real man, when they say, look, it's time to put on these outfits and we're going to do your makeup, all that, you think a real nigga going to sit there and do all that? We know it took time to get their face done, all of that. We know all of that took a lot of time, and they did it. Even that man looked like he even got lashes on his face. Y'all see what's going on out here? What's going on in Cali, man? I wonder if this would be going on if Suge Knight never ever went to jail. If he never went to jail, I wonder. I'm telling you, man. Cali, man, y'all wilding out. I'm talking about LA. I ain't talking about. I'm not talking about Northern Cali. It looks to me like LA been wilding out lately, man. A lot of weird stuff. Kendrick Lamar, he dropped his latest album. He got references to he rapping about his allegedly transgender auntie, and you know, all this stuff going on. But anyway, they're supposed to be tough guys. They're supposed to be gangsters, the land of killers. Look at this. Or are they doing a humiliation ritual? Maybe it's all the above, man. A lot of weird behavior going on. So it's really nothing to say about this. It's just the fact that when I seen this article from Say Cheese TV, I thought it was just some regular men dressed up. You know, I thought it was some regular transsexuals, you know, playing YG music for Pride Month. That's what I thought, but I did not know this is actual footage from their video, from the new YG video that's coming out strategically. And they made sure they got these scenes in it. And like I told you, in my opinion, they wanted this to go viral on purpose. So like I said, this is just another image of a lot of things coming to an end. And like I told you, my opinion, hip-hop music is over. Well, I ain't gonna say rap, but hip-hop is over. And really rap, it's all that whole genre is being destroyed right in your face. That's why they're changing the frequency of music as we speak. So let me go to the next story with Drake and Irv Gotti. Now, Drake and Irv Gotti, it's not no beef or nothing like that. But this goes to what we was talking about, how they taking music in a whole nother direction. Now, the other day we spoke about how Drake's new album, you know, it's been getting a lot of criticism. Basically, the hood is not feeling Drake's album. The hood is not feeling Beyonce's new album. And mind you, I never heard Drake's album yet. But when I saw the reports on his album, what people were saying, I already knew in my mind what it was about, because I've been seeing this happen for a little while now, where a lot of rappers and ex-producers that wasn't hip-hop, they doing EDM now. EDM, house music. That is considered worldwide music. I said this the other day. But the point I'm making is I'm coming back to the story because Irv Gotti, a famous producer for many different acts, he's the man behind DMX. He's the one who's behind Ja Rule. He the one who a lot of people don't know when DMX and Ja Rule had their fake beef or whatever. You know, Irv Gotti was producing both of them at the same time. Irv Gotti also had his hands in Jay-Z projects in the beginning. They was all cool. But Irv Gotti came out and spoke about Drake's new music. He said he don't have nothing against Drake. Drake is a good artist, but he said the album he put out is not hip hop. And Irv Gotti says, as long as he's alive, it will never be a demise of hip hop. And he also said that he wants to find a new DMX, a new Ja Rule, a new Jay-Z, somebody he can get that's new and bring out some new hip hop. And I understand where Irv Gotti is coming from, but Irv Gotti has to understand they've been attacking hip hop for a long time. It basically goes back to when the FBI allegedly ran up in Irv Gotti's office, which they did, put him and his brother on trial, Even though they beat the case, his career was never the same. Murder Inc. was never the same. Irv Gotti was never the same. Also, around this time when he got snatched up by the feds, this is the exact same time when Ashanti left him and was with Nelly, and Irv Gotti was mad because Ashanti knew what was going on. As far as they was trying to be so thugged out, they wasn't really focusing on her music. And you got to remember, in the beginning, Irv Gotti did mess around with Ashanti. Later on, recently she blew him up. But a lot of people also know Irv Gotti was very arrogant when he was the man. But the point is, his time has been up. He rubbed a lot of people the wrong way when he was at a certain level. That's why a lot of people don't fuck with him like that no more. But that's not the point. The point is, as a music creator of hip-hop music, he knows when he heard this new Drake album, that is not hip-hop, it's another frequency, like I was saying the other day. That's the only reason why I'm bringing this up, to show proof, because I think sometimes when I be talking, people think I just be talking out my, they think I just be talking crazy. Or maybe some people think I be hating. No, I study this stuff. I was taught you have to study your opponent. I know who my opponent is. I don't have to keep hating on my opponent or being mad. I just watch my opponent and I see all the tricks and different things they use in this thing called warfare. So when I told you that hip-hop music was being destroyed, rap music, all forms, drill, whatever you want to call it, urban music is being destroyed because they understand that urban music has influence, it is communication, it generates revenue, it helps people get out the hood, it helps people take care of their families and loved ones. This was one of the last forms of bringing in legit money at a big level into the hood. So therefore, not only is music under attack, the entertainers, the rappers, also the people that listen to this music, on all forms, on all cylinders, everything is working against the urban community right now. So when Drake make a new album, he's basically saying he don't have to cater to the hood no more, because maybe Drake knows the hood is not going to be so relevant in the future. Therefore, they're trying to reach out to different revenues and avenues, which Drake already did. But my point is, they're changing the frequency of music. They're doing this on purpose because they know a lot of us ain't going to like this shit. We ain't going to be able to vibe with it. But this is the music they play overseas and all around the world. EDM, house music, things like that. Party music. So when Irv Gotti spoke out on Drake, basically, I'm going to be real, he's blackballing himself even more, because him talking about Drake in a negative way is not going to help him. But my point is, Irv Gotti wants to live in the past. He don't understand that music has changed and it's over with. Once you get to a certain level and you fall, you can't get back to that level no more. And guess what? Everything we've been seeing the past 5 years, even with a lot of these rappers getting exposed, even far as when they made, that whole thing with, I'm gonna say it like this, that whole thing with Bambaataa, right? Supposed to be the godfather hip hop. When they first came out with when the godfather hip hop got slandered, whatever you want to call Africa Bambaataa, and they all them allegations, that was the start of the ending of hip hop, because they was basically showing you from the root, and they had to destroy it from the root. So therefore, that some of the founding fathers you see been getting slandered and slayed, but a lot of them brought it on themselves. That's not my point. My point is, from Mr. C getting caught with transex, all of these different attacks on hip hop was an agenda to shut hip hop down as a whole, period. That's why now hip hop rap music will forever be under a negative light. And the only thing positive they will ever be able to say about it now is it makes money. But it makes money for the powers that be. Because we also see when the money does get to the hood, most of the people, when they get that money in the hood, all they're going to do is buy guns, drugs, jewelry, and they're not going to really fix their community up. But people got to understand, it was a time when a lot of these, hip hop was in full power. Multi-millionaires all over. But when a lot of that beef was going on, see, remember, every rap artist that made it big had to go through a beef. Y'all remember Irv Gotti and 50 Cent was beefing, even though they both from Queens. They see, let's look at if they would have came together. Let's just look at every rapper that was beefing. If they would have just came together and handled their business, now look what happened. Half of these rappers that was, you know, in the game beefing, not really working on their craft. Now you see they at the bottom now. I'm gonna say that, or should I say they don't have no power. They don't have no say-so on where music is going. At one time, Irv Gotti was not only a producer, he was a record executive, and he had power to dictate the sound of music. Now he does not have that power no more. When you are a high official, when you sit at the top of the food chain, those are the ones that create the direction of which music is going to go to. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't get disappointed when you start hearing the changing of the music. And really, it's just a slap in the face to let you know that hip hop is over with. So Irv Gotti got to understand, you're not going back to no Ja Rule, because guess what? Nobody want to hear another Ja Rule. Nobody wants to hear, you can't get another DMX. You can't bring that sound back because that sound is from another time, basically 20 years ago. And it is hard to understand how could 20 years go that fast, but yes, 20 years have went that fast, y'all. And we know they still play all Ja Rule songs and all of them songs from that era that we love and we used to like. They still play it on the radio, but we don't understand that is really 20 years ago now. So you can't bring back a sound from 20 years ago. Now you can make hip hop in a new way. Maybe you can come up with your own form of hip hop, because remember, talent is talent. If a rapper got talent, he can rap over gospel music. I'm just being real. Talent is talent. But my point is, when you're dealing with that frequency, they're changing the hip hop frequency. I guess they don't want to put that energy out there that creates violence. They want a different energy. You see that? I'm gonna show you something. This type of image and music, it don't promote violence. See that? Take hip hop, take rap, make it softer, make it something different. And even with the EDM music, if you know about EDM and all of that, they play that music in particular clubs too. They play it in regular clubs, straight clubs. They play a lot of that music in gay clubs as well. That EDM house music. I'm gonna be 100. So that's why I said now these rappers are trying to touch a whole nother audience now. They are not trying to make music of gangster rap, because now gangster rap has been affiliated with crime and murder, all type of different things. But the industry is changing the frequency like they did and like they always do every so often. Every decade or two, they start changing the music. Now rappers are really going to have to sell out. They're going to have to change their whole sound to be relevant. But once they got a lot of rappers rapping through auto-tune and doing different things, it already made it easier for them to cross over. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying to Irv Gotti. Them days ain't never coming back. You ain't going to be able to bring it back. And Drake know what he's doing, because this is how the powers that be work. And guess what? When Drake does good on a worldly level, next thing you know, a lot of other rappers going to start following in his footsteps. That's just what it is. Because hip hop has been hijacked. Rap is over with. Now, like I said, you're going to rap as a hobby. If you got talent to rap, push your career, do what you do. But I'm saying you're going to have to build your own solid core and stream your own music and focus on your own crowd, because we know good music never dies. But I'm just saying the powers that be ain't cutting no big checks for no rapper no more. Not just based off no rap skills. Nah. Now, you might have to do some of this and be a solid rapper, but they are attacking the forms of communication, because, like I said before, all music has to be approved by the FCC to hit the airwaves. So federal satellites, federal communication, federal ears always listen to music. They have to approve music before it hits the airwave. So if the powers that be said there will be no more drill music, no more hip hop, it's all together. I'm just saying forms of art music that describes the hood, paint pictures, that type of music, promoting shooting and killing and all of that. They're trying to do away with that frequency. So it's like they promoted hip hop music They sold a dream to so many people for so many years that you could make it off of rap. Now, when they shut down rap, how you gonna make it now? So they basically taking food off the table for the rappers. They know the rappers, a lot of rappers was taking care of the hood. The hood was taking that money, put it in the drug money. That's why you see the all these rap indictments. Young Thug being the number one with Gunna and all of them. Because they're already associated, most rappers affiliated with a street team, a street gang that does the dirty work, the muscle, controls the hood. Now you can see outright how they're attacking the music and attacking the people that make the music. And they're attacking the people that listen to the music. So that's why I say it's an attack. It's called a shutdown. But IRV Gotti, you can't bring them days back. As you can see in that picture with Jay-Z with the Bubble Goose on and DMX, that's when they first was doing music together. One of their first projects before DMX blew up and before Jay-Z went to the level he at now. IRV Gotti was behind a lot of that. I got to give him his credit. But like I said, IRV got very arrogant at the top. And now it's like they washed their hands of IRV Gotti. Even though he had his little episodes on BET or whatever, but IRV Gotti is not the man no more. At one time, IRV Gotti was the man. He got people blackballed, all of that. But that's the game. So let's talk about Caesar from Black Ink. Another one. His career is now over. But even they did say that they filmed the last season he gonna be in. It's already filmed. It's gonna be dropping. If it ain't dropped already. Long story short, Caesar, in my opinion, he's another dude that was arrogant. Now, for those that don't know, this came out a couple days ago, but I didn't see the footage because I ain't looking into it. For those that didn't see it, you can Google the footage of Caesar going ham on a dog. I guess he was abusing the dog very heavy in front of the crib. In that surveillance picture, because a lot of people don't understand these rings, these outside surveillances used to protect people's homes. A lot of these devices are going to be used to self-incriminate people as well. That's how, in my opinion, Caesar got incriminated. He got caught on this footage, or we would have never seen him abusing a dog. But he has been canceled from VH1. Just like a couple of days ago, you seen T.I. complaining about how VH1 canceled his seasons of Family Hustle and all of that, because they're cutting off the water. VH1 is getting away from that type of energy. They don't want to support a particular type of people like that no more. Yeah, they're going to still do love and hip hop because they got to still keep pushing that agenda. A woman fighting, not, all this nonsense. They got to keep promoting that. But we do got to understand Caesar did represent a black business owner, a black man that's a business owner that employed people, stuff like that. But due to animal cruelty, he threw his career down the drain. Or should I say he messed his check up? Because he's still going to have a career, but he messed his check up. Now, some just told me look something up. And it's not saying it's a fact, but it's saying that Caesar is only worth $2.5 million. So let's look at all them seasons Black Ink did. He's only worth $2.5 million. Which shows you that even though he did all them episodes, he not where he's supposed to be at. Because look, for those that watch Black Ink, you know about his homeboy Teddy. Teddy is the laid back, cool dude. He's laid back more than Caesar. They saying that, Teddy is worth $4 million. So Teddy is the sidekick, but he worth more money than Caesar, and Caesar is the so-called star. Because I'm pretty sure that Teddy is more responsible with his money, save his money. He's the humble one. So how could you be the star of the show and your sidekick got more money than you, allegedly? So the show is going to still go on, as they said, if I'm not mistaken. It's just that Caesar is not going to be on it no more. Caesar is not going to be there. So Teddy might be the new star now. So if you don't know by now, they love them dogs. You don't understand that when they say that dogs is a man's best friend, that is not a game. A lot of people love their pets, love their animals, And you should know by now, especially white people love their animals. You should know that. So as we see, you will get justice served upon you faster for abusing the dog than actually abusing a human being. If Caesar would have gotten a fight with somebody, he probably still would have his job if he beat somebody up. But being that he was beating on the dog, that's it for him. So is it worth messing up your career for abusing a dog? I don't think so. But this man only worth $2.5 million, and that could be inflated money. My point is, all of them seasons he did. Now we're in a crisis. Well, I'm pretty sure he need that money. Now you see where it's at. And in my opinion, VH1, Viacom, all the parent label, these companies, they're trying to switch it up. People forget VH1 and MTV, they really was not for the urban community like that at all. If you want to be real technical, VH1 used to specialize in rock music. They'll play rap here and there, but they specialize in rock music or entertainment news. They was never really about urban ideas like that. Neither was MTV. Also, I see recently they bringing out MTV Raps back out too. But my point is, these networks are very crafty. They're very slick. So therefore, you're going to see a lot of these shows that you used to love fading away. We already know the music fading away. No more Hollywood. That shit is gone. They got to go to Netflix. Just like they shut off the borders, they shut off the borders of the game, and they slowing the bag up. All of this is by design. Same way I was watching the NBA draft last night. Mostly all the people they're drafting now, a lot of them are from overseas, or they come from privileged households, meaning a lot of people don't know, if you want your child in the NBA, especially the NBA, you have to have thousands of dollars, at least $5,000 to $10,000, at least $10,000 put to the side to invest in a career. These basketball camps cost thousands of dollars. You got to pay for trainers. There's certain things you got to go through to get your child in the NBA now. Not only that, it's about who they know. They're selected. You also will see a lot of these rookies getting drafted. Their parents play in the NBA. Like I seen one dude got drafted. His sister played for the WNBA. I seen another dude got drafted. His dad used to play. My point is, it was a time, if you was from the hood, you had talent, you was good in high school, you had a chance to make it to the pros and make it big. Now they're shutting all that down. If you're from the hood, no matter how nice you are, you cannot make it to the NBA as easy as you did back in the day. When you see Steph Curry, his dad played. If his dad played, that means what? He grew up in a privileged home. So when Steph Curry got famous off the jump shot, obviously you should understand, for those that know sports, the jump shot is perfected in the backyard. A lot of people with with good jump shots, they played in the backyard. They didn't really play in the hood, in the park, and had to deal with combating them like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and the top players. They got to play from the rough in the hood. Or when they go to high school, they got to play against the best from the hood, high school versus high school. See, it's different type of games being played. See, when people made it from the hood, the Kyrie Irving, certain people that had that dribble, that game, that in the paint, getting it off the rip, you'll see a different type of game being played in the hood. But a lot of people that was raised from good homes, they grew up shooting jump shots in the backyard. And my point is, if you don't have a certain upbringing for your child, it's not easy for them to make it to the NBA. A lot of that stopped with Allen Iverson. That's why Allen Iverson was the one to get slandered, because Allen Iverson was one of the last players straight out the hood. Team around him from the hood, he wasn't trying to listen to nobody. He won't do what he want to do. He understood that, or should I say at that time, they understood that they had power and they was not going to let the NBA pimp them, allegedly treat them like slaves. So that's why people like Allen Iverson did what he wanted to do. Yes, Allen Iverson started up NBA players being tatted out because it was not permitted like that. We also know when Allen Iverson got critiqued, the NBA put in a dress code, made all of them start wearing suits. And only recently, the dress code was broken. And that's when you started seeing them dress funny, like Russell Westbrook and all of them. You started seeing them dress weird after that, because they didn't really want them dressing straight like that no more, because of Allen Iverson. My point is, they had to shut down players that actually made it out the hood. Remember, when you was good out the hood, the teachers would push you. You might get a chance to get a scholarship to go to a good college. The college will push you. And that's how a lot of dudes infiltrated the NBA and became millionaires. A lot of dudes made it to the NBA on wicked jump shots and dunks and just playing hard basketball. Like Ron Artest from Queensbridge Project, same projects as Nas and the rest of them. Ron Artest made it out the hood, played with Kobe, all off of street ball. See, it was a certain thing going on where you actually could make it on street ball. Now they shutting all that down. Now they getting foreign players and they getting privileged players. So when I seen the draft NBA, I said, even they taking away basketball from the hood. They taking everything away. And we spoke about this before, so I'm not going to keep going on. I'm just showing you how these networks are washing their hands. They feel like, okay, some people too smart for their own good. Y'all always want to negotiate, play with contracts. Y'all want to do too much. So we just going to get people that's happy to play ball. So why we just going to start getting foreigners. And I already told you they got a NBA African basketball league as well. They got different leagues set up across the world where they handpick where they want to play in the NBA. So if your children do play sports, it's good to keep pushing them to play, but you also got to understand that you're going to have to put them in certain programs for them to get to the levels they're supposed to get at, or they're going to have to go to particular high schools. That's why a lot of people that want to go to the NBA, when they get to a certain level and like they junior, senior year, sometimes they're transferred to a private school, you know, certain schools that the NBA watch. You got to spend money to make money, basically. If you want your child in the NBA, you're going to have to invest a couple of thousand into your child. And being that people from the hood can't afford these programs, a lot of our kids, even though they got talent, they're not going to make the NBA. That's how they got it set up. They're going to have to go to the G League, stuff like that. But I'm not going to go too long into that because a lot of people not into sports like that. But I had to speak on all these things together. And being that I'm talking about the NBA, now I got to go into Mr. Vince Carter. Vince Carter was once compared to Michael Jordan. He blew up after Michael Jordan, retired. He's known for his ill dunks, playing hard. Vince Carter just retired a couple years ago. Played damn near 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. He is an announcer for TNT, ESPN, one of them, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? He hosts on both shows. I know a lot. Anyway, long story short. Yeah, I think it's TNT. Anyway, Vince Carter lives in Atlanta right now. His family lives in Atlanta. And Vince Carter's home was burglarized while his wife and his two kids were inside of the crib sleep. This happened at 11:30 p.m., right before 12 a.m. And the thugs that came into the crib, they took nearly $100,000 cash out of his crib. He had $100,000 cash in a brown bag. All right. And this happened on Father's Day. So these goons were very vicious because they don't take days off. Now, mind you, they said they broke the window and came in through a broke window. And, being that the house was big, the wife heard this. She got the kids and they went into a closet. Now, mind you, I don't know if these dudes knew she was home, but let me explain something to you about a home invasion. 9 times out of 10, when somebody does a home invasion, they come through the door with guns in hand. So it's a good thing. We're going to say, God forbid, his wife wasn't downstairs because they might have panicked and just started shooting. Because allegedly, an off-duty cop pulled up to the set. And that's when these thugs fled the scene. Or should I say, they fled the scene. And when they fled the scene, they dropped $16,000 cash outside the home, scattered around the house in $100 bills. And one of them dropped a gun with an extra extended clip, an extendo. So if the police didn't pull up, maybe this could have went real left. Now, maybe his wife called the police because just so happened to undercover police. Maybe she had an undercover officer name on her phone. But an undercover pulled up and the thugs fled. But Vince Carter got questioned by the police. He also had a Desert Eagle firearm. They took that too. They took his Desert Eagle and they took a bag of 100,000 cash. And I told people that these so-called entertainers, the people that are rich, are going to be the first victims when it comes to this recession, when it comes to this starvation period we going through this whole summer. They're going to be the first targets. And they showed you that when the dude hopped the baby's fence a couple weeks ago in North Carolina and he shot his ass. That was a representation of the goons coming to attack. We know these home invasions already been going on in California. And I told you, the gangsters can't eat. Before, the gangsters would kidnap other drug dealers. It's no drug dealers to kidnap. So now they targeting who's next. A lot of them are not going to rob a bank because the odds of you robbing a bank getting away are slim. So the next thing they thinking about is robbing people that got big bank in their household. And there you have it. Vince Carter had 100,000 cash in the crib just laying around in a brown bag. He literally had the bag in his house. And he had so much money in the bag when they ran, they dropped 16,000 cash. And he had this money in all $100 bills. So they took his gun, but when they fled, they left with the money, hopped in a van, skeeted off, dropped the gun they stole from him, and they dropped one of their guns, a Glock 26. Just showing you, for those that don't believe, what time we in right now. If you in a gated community, you under surveillance right now. If you so-called live in a nice neighborhood, you under surveillance right now. And when you got people doing home invasions, they coming with more than one person. 9 times out of 10, more than one person, gun in hand. And I'm showing you how his family was home, his wife and kids, he was not home. Therefore, anything could have happened to Vince Carter's family. But for the price of the dollar, it's people right now that's going to do anything. Y'all know I already been telling you this. I'm not going to keep saying the same thing. All I'm going to do is keep showing you the proof of what I've been telling you already months ago. It's a good thing his wife hid in that closet with them kids. Because if somebody break into your home while you home, if you're not strapped ready to fire, it can get real ugly for you. Because the person that's actually robbing you or breaking into your crib, they're more scared than you. And they might be quicker on the trigger. So I'm just telling you, make sure you lock your doors, make sure you get your surveillance up. And I told you the number one thing you can't be doing right here is bragging, showing off, and shit like that. Especially not letting people know when you're going from your home. This is going to occur. When you see it happen at a high level, best believe it's going to come to a low level. It's already been happening. You already know this. It's been going on for months. So this was just proof of what I was just talking about, because I got reports that it was already home invasions going on in Atlanta. And I told you Atlanta's getting real crazy right now. People getting shot, killed, pillaged, kidnapped, all type of shit going on in Atlanta right now. Just like most cities across America right now. So as of right now, nobody has been caught for this crime. But we also don't know if this could be from somebody Vince Carter could have trusted in his circle. They could have sent the goons at his house. Because magically, they knew to come through that window, they knew to come for that cash, and they just so happened to find that cash. 100,000. So I'm just showing you, if Vince Carter ain't safe, ain't nobody safe. And that's what it is. Salute to the chat. What's up, Queen of Detroit? Chicks 1000, what's up? Who else in here? Who else slid in here real quick? Because y'all be sliding through. Y'all be sliding in and out. D. Malley from Cali, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But that's the situation on that right there, man. Vince Carter lucky his whole family didn't get slaughtered. Because I'm going to be real, with a robbery like that, 100,000 cash, if the wife would have came out and saw somebody's face, or if somebody would have felt like their life was in jeopardy from this robbery, she could have easily been killed in a home for 100,000. We know it's people that will take your life for less than that. We know that. So good thing she was smart and she hid out. And really, it's a good thing that house was bigger than a regular house because she was able to hide a little bit better. Also, speaking on robbers and killings and shootings, Mr. Kyle Rittenhouse, you know, the white boy with the tears, the one that some praised was a hero, that shot them 3 people in Kenosha. Yeah, you know, the same white boy everybody said was a racist, but the white boy shot 3 white people, and a lot of people got tricked into thinking he was racist. Long story short, he got a new video game coming out. Now, he got a new video game coming out where the players shoot turkeys, but they call fake news turkeys. So I guess they turkeys with fake news t-shirts on. Anyway, this is part of the fake news campaign. You know, a lot of us already knew the news was fake, but Trump was one to come outright and say the news was fake. And Kyle Rittenhouse also knows about fake news, so he got a new video game, which showing you not only did he smoke 3 people, he also got paid for smoking 3 people. And for those that don't know, Kyle Rittenhouse was down with Black Lives Matter when this event took place. He was overlooking the protests and what was going on. 3 individuals had firearms or whatever, was wilding out, doing too much. They drew down guns on him, and he shot all 3 of them with accuracy. That's why to some people, he is a hero for people that legally carry firearms. They also were showing you with this whole story that it was going to be a time where legal firearm holders will have to be ready to shoot and fire on particular people. That's why little TJ, he needed somebody like Kyle Rittenhouse to be his bodyguard. Now you see what I'm saying? How you got people that got guns, then you got people that got guns that know how to shoot. This white boy shot 3 people with 1 gun. And he's only 18 years old, or was at the time. You got little TJ getting robbed and shot. He got 2 people with guns with him. They shot nobody. Matter of fact, one of them got shot. So I'm just showing you, when the whole saying about guns don't kill people, people do, that is a fact. A gun is worth nothing if you don't know how to use it. So Kyle Rittenhouse, he knew how to use his gun so good that he has a new video game. He also got a book. This young boy is getting paid of being a shooter, legit shooter. Do you see the difference? It's crazy, right? Rappers rap about guns and shooting, they go to jail. Kyle Rittenhouse puts in real work in real life, shoots 3 people, he gets a deal, he gets money like a rapper. He's a star now. Just showing you how a lot of things are backwards. That's it. Just showing you how the world works. But you see that it's not going to work in your favor a lot. We also know Kenosha is also the place in Wisconsin, is also the place where that female cop smoked that boy, killed him, allegedly with her firearm, and she thought she was pulling out her taser and killed him. That was the real racist story to me. But they flipped it and put the attention on Kyle Rittenhouse at the same exact time, and Kyle Rittenhouse was not the racist one. Not in that event anyway. So they took your mind off the black or off the white woman cop shooting the black boy. They took your mind off that and made you focus on Kyle Rittenhouse. Had you thinking he was racist when he shot 3 white people, and the white woman that actually shot the black boy, she got away, meaning she didn't get a lot of heat. And that might have been the actual shooting that could have created a major riot. See, when they understood that you would riot over certain things, they started putting certain things in play to trick you from rioting. I also told you how that's when they send those fake ass groups like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Al Sharpton, and the rest of them. They send fake groups to stop you from getting mad and rioting. And now they distract you with other shit. So when everybody was focusing on Kyle Rittenhouse, now remember, Kyle Rittenhouse went to court the same exact time when a woman went to court for shooting a boy. They had their cases running concurrent. All of that was a smokescreen. But guess what? One of them was a real racist shooting. And it wasn't the Kyle Rittenhouse one. It was the other one, in my opinion. That's why that woman that killed that boy, how can you kill a boy? Actually, they already broke down scientifically how a real firearm weighs more than a damn taser. How could you mistake a real gun with a taser? A fully loaded firearm from a plastic device. In my opinion, she was scared because the boy was black and she unloaded her firearm on that boy. But that didn't get classified as racism or racist. Just showing you picking and choosing of different topics. You got distracted. You thought Kyle Rittenhouse was racist. No, he wasn't. He shot 3 white people. How the hell is that racist? Just showing you. People got tricked. Also, what Kyle Rittenhouse did, it also applies to the new laws being passed. The new law that has been passed. Basically, New York City gun law sees a change. I'm going to cut this simple and plain. These new laws make it easy to carry unconcealed weapons. Basically, not unconcealed. It makes it easy to carry concealed weapons outside the home. Fully loaded. Basically, civilians in New York City that don't have no felonies, clean background, now they could have firearms walking around because some people know about the war that's being pushed. I ain't gonna say it's being pushed. It's being I would say it's being orchestrated. It's starting to bubble right now. Now you see why they had to get the street guns off first. The attack was on the street guns, the ghost guns. Disarm the criminals. Now we're going to strap up the civilians, and when the criminals get out of pocket, now the civilians can legally kill the criminals. And we know a lot of people have been scared to death in New York City lately. People been scared, but the past 2 years or the past couple months have been a scared campaign. That's why you see the city been out of control with this crime shit. But now the civilians can go get strapped up. Some people feel like it's going to be a recipe for disaster. I just told you, just because you strapped don't mean you a shooter. I'm pretty sure a lot of legit concealed carriers, some of them are going to be hotheads. We're probably going to see more shootings now. Shootings of people so-called dealing with self-defense, shooting alleged criminals. And we got to hope that a lot of people that get shot don't be people that look like criminals from stereotypical behavior. And this stuff starts a fucking internal war. So we understand that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that's not from the hood in New York City, they're going to run and get strapped ASAP. Because they seen the reports of the carjackings, the rapes, the train shooters. Now they're making it where people are going to be strapped up in New York City. This has never happened on this level. People that work for law enforcement, yes, they've been strapped. Now this is going to be for your regular people, city workers, anybody that's legit. Basically, they now can carry concealed firearm. So that means a lot of people are going to be getting gunned down. Which also put the icing on the cake when I told people that crime was over. This is the last line of defense where even if you do call yourself a criminal and you call yourself about to go jack and rob somebody, you might get your head blown off legally now. Because best believe these people are going to buy their firearms. And now it's going to, this is how, in my opinion, this is how the table's going to flip. Before the street people had all the guns, now, in my opinion, the civilians are going to have most of the guns. The everyday working people. So even for the single moms and stuff like that, this law is for people like that can protect themselves and protect their household and protect their family. So we already know, like, the way some of these blocks and situations in New York is made, you know, crowded areas, they not made, every neighborhood is not made for no damn shootout. But I'm pretty sure a lot of shootouts are going to take place. And it's going to be something like cops and robbers. And then you're going to have regular civilians that want to take the law into their own hand. They're going to be trying to fight crime on their own because they, you know, because they can carry firearms now. Concealed. A lot of sneak shootings going to be going on. A lot of funny stuff. So this is now law. But like I said, after so many people in the hood got felonies, bad background, I also seen it where they making it a law. Also part of this law is even if you're a woman and you happen to be with a man that got domestic violence on his jacket, you can't get a firearm. Basically, this shit, they're going to still make it for people in the hood. They're going to still make it hard for you to get a gun and protect yourself. This for people that live outside the hood, basically. But if you live in the hood, you have to be squeaky clean and you have to have clean people around you. Because we already know the last couple of decades, we know a lot of women that are legit have been taking care of men with messed up backgrounds. We know the average man got a messed up background. The average man got a fucked up background. I'm gonna be for real with it. Some kind of way you got a fucked up background. Whether it's no work history, whether it's a felony, whether a lot of people got child support, domestic violence, a lot of misdemeanors, whatever. A lot of people jacket is stained. And now we in a time where you need your credentials. I told you in these last days, your name is worth more than gold right now. Your background, your credentials, your verification. Your name is worth more than anything right now. If you don't have a clean name, you're going to have so many limitations put on you. This goes for me, everybody. This is why I had to work to get my name clean. This is why you got to, if you got any old tickets, you got to pay old tickets off. You got to get your shit together. You got to fix up your credit. You got to fix up just your rental history, your bills, because these are the things going to stop you. You got a bad electric, or you ain't been paying your bills on time. You got a bad history with the power bills and stuff like that. You ain't gonna be able to get a credit. You got bad rentals history, you can't get a credit. You had a certain amount of repos, you can't get a car. We already know these things. I'm just saying, now your background will be used against you more than ever. Before, you can get away with it, you can finesse. Now, your fucking background is going to be used against you. And we talked about this, about the social credit score. Where you will be judged on your background as a whole. So a person with no felonies, good credit, good job, no stains on their jacket, all bills on time, they're going to be considered A1 out here. You're going to be considered like gold. Because it's nothing that can stop you from doing anything you want to do in America. The people with the checkered background, they're going to make it very hard. Soon they're going to make it hard for you to shit like staying at a hotel. Or you want to go out of town, you want to stay at a hotel, they do your background check. Not just for your, put it like this, a lot of people already know, it's certain hotels out of town, you can't book the hotel unless you got a credit card. They don't care about your cash, you got to book it with your credit card, period. And then they will hold your credit card till you check out. So if you don't have no credentials, you can't stay at the hotel. This is something that came into play when they found out a lot of people were living and trapping out of hotels. Now you got to have basically a credit card. We already know they did that with the rental car. Back in the day, if you had cash, you could put a cash deposit on a rental car. Now you got to have credit card and you got to put down cash. That's how they flip the rental car. So even a rental car right now in some places, not only do you need a credit card, the rent a car is going to cost you like $700. You might got to put down a $300 to $500 deposit plus pay each day you got the rental car. A rental car now can cost you $500 to $700 just to rent one. So they making it where if you want to travel, rent you a car, book you a room, that's going to be $1,000 and change off the rip. When all of these things were super cheap before, they're going to make it hard. Then you already know you rent the car, that's going to cost you $500-700. What else? You rent the car, you know you got to put fucking gas in it. You're going out of town, you got to fill it up when you're leaving. You got to fill it up when you come back. When you're on your trip, you got to have money to spend and shop. So that's why they're making it where average trip going to cost you about $2,000 if you want a real good trip. A minimum of $2,000, $1,500, $1,800, stuff like that. You know, before you could just get up and go with a couple hundred, not no more. So they're making it where it's hard for you to move. Listening at work, that's what's up. That's what I do this for the people that be on the ground on the move. That's right. Early to rise, we got to get paid. But this is why they putting all this stuff in effect, because your background is going to be everything. So I'm suggesting to everybody like myself, getting your credentials that's a work you got to do every day. Because where they got this shit headed for 2030, I'm telling you, you're going to be fucked up out here. So that's my point I'm making, is that, look, it's not all bad. It's just going to be bad for certain people. People that's hard-headed, that didn't want to understand that certain shit is over with, they the ones going to have it hard to move around. And they also making it where, I told you, it's not going to be easy for you to put stuff in people's name now. And then people not going to want you to put stuff in their name. They're not going to want to sacrifice their name for somebody else no more. Basically, I'm not going to let you fuck my name up just to help you. Because when you fuck up on this shit, it's going to be back on me. So we already spoke about, if you want to move into a new crib, not only do you need what? 3 times the rent. Sometimes you need 3 times the deposit money, and you have to make 3 times or 2 times the rent on your salary a month. And you have to have a good background for rental history, and you got to be in good standing with all utility bills. So that's why you can't just pick up and move no more. If it's not like that where you from, you're fortunate right now. But in some places, that's what it is right now. You can't just pick up and say, I'm moving right now. No. So the next place you move or wherever you move, you got to keep in mind that you might got to stay there for the next couple of years. And just get on your grind and just do what you got to do. So this is what we're seeing right now. So this new New York City gun law is going to have a lot of people strapped. A lot of men, women, and I'm going to be real, most of them are going to be not from, you understand, not from the hood. A lot of people that never had a gun in their whole life are going to now get their first gun. It's going to be a lot of my first gun people walking around. These are the people that are going to be short fuse and quick on the trigger. You know, when you're used to being around firearms or guns, and you've been around, people that know about guns know every incident does not take you pulling out your gun. Every incident is not worth a shootout. But people who are hotheads that never had a gun a day in their life, a lot of them are going to be quick to pull out and fire out of fear, power tripping. And I'm just praying and hoping that a lot of people, melanated people, don't get killed under false circumstances. Because remember, the police walk around with undercover guns, or should I say undercover police walk around with firearms. Now you're going to have civilians walking around with firearms, but now it's just going to be everybody walking around with firearms, and they already promoted the youth, the teenagers, the kids as criminals. So now every criminal looks young, or should I say every young Black, Hispanic male is going to be labeled as a criminal. And now when they walking around the street and their hair look a certain way and they dress a certain way, people going to start gripping their gun because they're going to think they about to do something. But all of this is creating a paranoia. And like I said, they pushing towards a race war, in my opinion. They pushing this little Armageddon of civilians fighting civilians. Because everybody is looking at everybody shady. Therefore, people are going to be quick to pull out their gun. That's how I see it. A city that never had this shit going, now they just threw it out there. And to a lot of people, let's be real, yes, it is a lot of white racists in New York City. To a lot of these white racists in New York City, this is like a sign from heaven for them. Now they can get strapped. They could defend their so-called neighborhoods. We know about back in the day how certain killings happen in certain neighborhoods, Howard Beach, Bensonhurst. Now, if you so-called from the hood and you get caught in a wrong neighborhood, now they could fire on you. Before, they was beating you with bats. Remember, I also showed you last week when that black boy was in that particular white neighborhood in Florida and they all attacked him. That's kind of what's going to happen when you end up in some of the wrong neighborhoods and the whole hood strapped and they come outside on your ass. And they try to make it like, you know, Biden tried to make it like he was disappointed with this law, but I know the reverse of that. I feel like they're really happy because now some of these people can get strapped in the neighborhood. After the young boys got labeled as the criminals with the ghost guns, the extendos, they the ones got the blame and say, look at them doing all this shooting. They're bringing all these guns into the city illegally. So after they scared everybody half to death, now everybody else, the other half, they're going to get their guns legally registered. So, in my opinion, it's a recipe for disaster. So, also speaking on New York City, once again, I got to talk about French Montana because this nigga made sure he been trending all week. Ever since that man took them pictures in the club with the mayor of New York City, ever since he dropped a new album, French Montana got a lot to say. And now he wants to say that record labels have insurance on these rappers. These record labels are invested in your death. This is what he said on Sway in the morning. A lot of us that been paying attention, we already know this shit. So French Montana, for one, you ain't saying shit new. For two, you still clout chasing. For three, did you have insurance on Chink's drugs, nigga? And why you ain't say this back then? We been knew this shit. Oh, now you want to say it. Did you have insurance on Chink's drugs when he got shot up in that Porsche in broad daylight? When y'all was hanging around the Kardashians? Don't forget, French Montana used to hang around with the Kardashians too. Ever since then, his career ain't been the same. People forget that. Could have sworn he was messing with Chloe. Yeah. And I seen a particular video where Chink's drugs was speaking on French Montana and Chloe and how they used to be around, stuff like that. And I remember a couple weeks after that, he was dead. Long story short, French Montana want to now tell us that record labels have insurance. Of course they do, because you are property. You are an investment. And they've been understood as more money in the death of a rapper than a rapper that's hard-headed, don't want to listen, ain't selling no records, and I don't put all this money into them. Their insurance policy is bigger than the deal. It's the guaranteed payout. Yes, we already know this. But now French want to speak. Oh, because his career is struggling. And a lot of niggas around him done got indicted, like I said before. But the question is, French Montana, did you have insurance on Chink's drugs when he got murdered? Because you was in the industry, you was a label owner, you invested into him. So did you invest into a life insurance policy? Or you just want to tell now because you ain't lit no more, but you ain't want to say nothing before. And Chink's drugs mother Ben came out and accused French Montana of having something to do with it. And he tried to downplay it. So this ain't nothing new. But French got a lot to say because he's taking this time out. As soon as these Bronx rappers started going to jail, as soon as they started getting shot and killed, now French Montana want to slide his way back in. That shit ain't gonna work. Also, he has been sued recently. He had a payout recently. His money, he already came out his mouth and said that his money is not on the level of his peers, meaning French came out the same time as Drake. The same time people like Rick Ross blew up. He blew up around the same time around And his money is not on the level of a lot of the artists. He was complaining about that too. So we don't want to hear about French no more. That's enough for him. And he recently got dragged and slaughtered on Twitter, Instagram, because they was joking how all his music, all his hit records, he got features on them. And that's really how he made it, like DJ Khaled, leeching, paying for features. That's it. 1090 boy, what up? Where you been at, bro? What's up? Who else slid up in here? Who that? Luna 916. What's up? Yeah, anyway, we don't want to hear about Fresh Montana, and we definitely don't want to hear about Ray J. They say that Ray J performed before the verses the other day. For those that don't know, yes, they had a verses. If I'm not mistaken, Mario. They said a few other people was there, Bobby Valentino, a few others. But they said that Ray J, his voice was destroyed. It was cracking and popping, sounding horrible, trying to hit the high notes and hit the notes in this song called One Wish. And we already know Ray J's career been over. We know that there's a lot of foul allegations on Ray J, like with the Whitney Houston stuff. This man has admitted to having booty goons hanging with him, and he gonna get booty goons on. We heard Ray J do everything other than bring talent to the table. Let's just be real. The past couple of years, but anyway, they say that nigga sounded horrible, and he fucking destroyed the verses before it started. So that's it for Ray J. Fuck Ray J. Yeah, told you the West Coast taking L's right now. Ray J represent the West Coast. He taking the L. I ain't gonna say the whole West Coast. I'm gonna say LA. Since y'all always got jokes on New York taking L's, when it come to y'all taking L's, y'all be quiet. We want to know. I want to see if they're gonna talk about this on Clubhouse. I want to see if they really know about what's going on the West Coast, on why not only this stuff right here going on, but why is this going on? Why is this going on? Damn. Roddy Ricch from LA came to New York, got locked up. LA drill rapper came to New York, got smoked. Now, meanwhile, back on the West Coast, YG and TYGA, they dressing up like this. Sad. If this ain't fucking selling out, I don't know what to tell y'all. These niggas supposed to be tough gangsters. YG always talking blood. Another nigga built this whole career talking about blood, 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 blood. Sick of these niggas. Now look at them. Showing you the mockery of the gangs. Showing you that gangs are over. The ones that ain't getting indicted, the rest of them getting broke. And I mean broke down. And a lot of them are fucking working, period. Just showing you. Ain't no real gangster gonna go for no shit like this. Yeah. These niggas sold out. These niggas sat in a chair, got all this makeup and hair shit done to them. Got all of this treatment. And these niggas was proud of it. That's why they did it on Pride Month. When I first saw this shit, I thought it was a joke. Yes, I knew it was two men. I thought it was just two random men showing out for Pride Month. I did not know it was fucking TYGA and YG. So I need my people from LA to clean this shit up. I need them to explain this shit right here. Also, this going on at the exact same time while Nipsey Hussle trial been going on. And I told you they've been downplaying that. Now you'll see this shit right here was trending more than the Nipsey Hussle trial. Because in my opinion, man, they've been trying to take the whole light off that whole Nipsey Hussle thing. And we all know what Nipsey Hussle stood for, even though some people came online, said they had a gay tape on Nipsey Hussle that we did not see. But now we see YG and TYGA performing like they are gay, showing gay behavior, flirting with the rainbow community. This is them flirting with the rainbow community, period. This is them also trying to appeal to homo thugs, in my opinion. But we should already knew when we see them taking pictures like this. We should already knew. What homies pose like this? How many of the bros, when you pose with your homie, this is how you pose? Put him in a headlock, a little headlock. You dig? Stand behind him in a headlock. And we know Tyga looked like a bitch in this picture. But does this not look like the picture of a couple? And guess what? If they did not mean to send that image, they still sent that image and they fucked up. This is the image of a fucking relationship. That's what it looked like to me. Showing you, these niggas are weird. It's ritual season. Did we not just see Mike Tyson the other day acting feminine, dressed up as a bee? Because this is they gotta put their work in. That's why right now you see sacrifices being made and you see humiliation going on. Some of them allegedly they gotta make a choice, sacrifice something or dress up, allegedly, or do something crazy. This is what we keep seeing. So I don't want to never hear from YG again. And from now on, any nigga playing YG from now on to this day, you a suspect. And Tyga, you suspect. But this also could be a form of them straight up, straight out, right in your face, coming out the closet, right in front of you, like letting you know what it is. Maybe they just letting us know what it is. And we can't fathom that shit in our brain. Showing you. White chicks. When I first seen it, I said white chicks. But I did not know that these are two fucking rappers from California. Sad. Very, very sad. It's disgusting. But this is what it is, y'all. All right? I need somebody to explain this shit right here. Why are we seeing all this feminine behavior? But anyway, man, each his own. I don't give a fuck. I'm just showing you how these niggas gonna keep selling out. These are the same niggas that niggas would argue with and said was real. Niggas thought YG was a big blood, a real blood. They put everything on the set, everything on the hood, everything on the gang, everything on guard, everything on Pyro. Now, just look at these niggas, man. But it's a nigga that said he don't respect the East Coast. Well, guess what, nigga? The feeling go both ways. It's mutual, nigga. But I don't respect this shit right here. I got love for my real California people. From San Diego to the Bay, LA, all over. I got love for the whole Cali because it's nothing but real niggas in California. It's nothing but real people in general, period. But this shit right here, this is something else right here. Let me make that clear. This right here is a mockery. To anybody that's in a gang, they showing you what it is. I'm just letting you know. They let you know from this point on, gangs are a joke. That's something of the past now. That's why they made a commercial. They used these rappers to make a gang banging commercial. Made everybody want to be a banger. Made everybody want to be a drug dealer. Now niggas realizing that shit ain't gonna get them nowhere. Being a rap banger ain't get you nowhere. Being a drug dealer ain't gonna get you nowhere. Being all that shit, a gang banger, all that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. But jail and dead. And the rest that's left, y'all gonna be fruity. That's what they promoting, man. So it is what it is, man. Let them niggas keep selling out. Fuck all that shit. Done with this shit. For those that don't believe. This right here is what this is what homies over hoes mean when you see it. This is what homies over hoes mean. You probably didn't see YG locked up with a chick like this just as much. But they always want to get a girlfriend to play the shit off. But all you got to do is look at this picture. Look how that man's smiling, like he's smiling like a bitch do when her, you know, where her boo got you know, his arm around her neck and they posing. Exactly what this picture looked like to me. So it is what it is. I might be wrong, but oh well, they shouldn't have took that damn picture. I also spoke about IRV, saying how the frequency of music has changed because it did. Music is going to EDM now. It's going pop, whether you like it or not. I'm talking about urban music. You can rap all day, but you ain't going to get no bag. You ain't going to get no major promotion. You will forever be underground. Because the powers that be said no more hip hop, no more rap, no more drill, no more none of that shit. Now you understand why T.I. got the hip hop museum. A lot of people knew hip hop was going to be a thing of the past, and they had to make museums. And you've been hearing about all of these different people starting hip hop museums, hip hop classes, because the shit is a thing of the past now. It's history. And I'm gonna say it for the last time. They showed all of this shit in Demolition Man, where they showed that black people were history. They had all of our artifacts in the damn museum. When Wesley Snipes got out of jail in the New World, all the black people were gone. It was just foreigners walking around. And the last evidence they had of black people was in a museum. And they was dressed like gangbangers. They had rap stuff in there. I'm telling you, man, this shit played out in real life, man. It's over with. So IRV Gotti these days right here, never coming back. Let's make that clear. The days of you being at the top, you being a producer, it's over with. DMX is dead. We know DMX is one of the last real rappers. He's gone now, IRV. Ashanti don't want nothing else to do with you. Ja Rule, he's still going through what he's going through. He's still straight. But nobody wants to hear Ja Rule. And when we listen to Murder Inc. music, we going 20 years back in time, period. So the past ain't coming back, IRV. You had your chance, and guess what? You ain't do nothing with it. You wanted to be tough. You wanted to have the gangs with you. You wanted to be that nigga. Supreme was with you. Supreme is in jail for life. He ain't coming home. Them times over with, man. Sad to say, but it is. So that's that on that. So we now can say Drake, the #1 rapper in the world, he went commercial. He went another direction. Beyonce, another direction. And a lot of them are going to follow suit. Music is worldwide because we're dealing with the new world order now, right? It's not just about one place, one community, one state, one city. They don't care about how you feel. This is what it is. So this was the proof of what I spoke on the other day. IRV Gotti, a major music producer, said out his own mouth, Drake's new album is not hip hop. So there you have it. I also spoke on Vince Carter, how his house got raided. While he was gone, his house got home invaded. His wife and 2 kids was home. The thugs broke in through the window, took a bag with 100,000 cash in it, took his Desert Eagle. An off-duty cop pulled up on the scene. The thugs fled, dropped 16,000 in cash, $100 bills scattered outside, dropped the firearms and jumped in the truck and ran and got out of there. So they made it out with the money. Good thing Vince Carter, wife and kids did not die, because usually in a home invasion with that much money, any witness is going to get killed. Just showing you proof of what I've been talking about, of you're going to see a lot of home invasions in the last days. The dinner thieves are coming. That's what the fuck it is. I don't care if they're coming to get a house. I don't care if they come into your crib because they feel like you got a lot of deep freezers. You got food. The kids starving. They need that food. They need something to pawn or something. So, and they know a lot of times when you live in them big houses, it's only you and your family. So really, when you with your family, you might be at your weakest point. So when you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goons with guns coming through your crib, it's only but so much you could do. So a lot of them, they got to pay for security to watch their crib. They're going to have people they pay to sit home at their crib and watch their house and watch their family and their loved ones. That's going to be another bill they're going to have to establish for themselves. Nobody is safe. So this was more proof. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. I told you right now, in Atlanta, people getting killed, slaughtered, just like New York, just like everywhere else. Everywhere they're just not putting it on the news. But I'm telling you, this is what's going on right now. This is the recipe for the day. This is the trend. Robbing, jacking, kidnapping. Say the same shit every day, man. This is what the fuck is going on. It's tiring, y'all. It's very tiring. Same shit, different day. Same suit reheated. All right? But good thing Vince Carter family is all right. Also, we know this dumb nigga Caesar threw his career down the drain for beating a dog. If you didn't see the video, look it up. I couldn't show the video. You know, They don't deal with animal cruelty. You can't promote that. Or they'll try to Michael Vick you. Caesar allegedly was only worth $2.5 million anyway. So out of all them years on this TV show, he don't even got $10 million. And you got to understand, he got to pay a lot of taxes too. And the boy Teddy from the show, the low-key one, got more money than him. Teddy worth $4 million because Teddy be in a cut. Just showing you, man. Caesar, you was doing too much, man. You fucked your whole shit up now. Maybe that might be your karma for what you did to Duchess. Who knows? That's that on that, man. Today ain't gonna be too long, man. Thank God it's Friday. We here. We made it through the day. We made it through the week. I touched on a lot of different things today, but you know, each day ties into the other day. That's why it's episodes, because all we dealing with is different episodes of the same shit. That's it. But that's what it is, y'all. We about to get out of here. Not gonna hold y'all. You know, we got things to do today. Make today one of your best days. So we know for a fact these niggas sold out. We don't want to hear shit about YG, none of them. We don't want to hear shit about none of them. We don't want to hear nobody from Cali talking about shit about New York no more, right? That's it. We're going to leave that right there, y'all. Also, like I said, Kyle Rittenhouse, he got a video game coming out. The one that killed 3 people, he got a video game coming out, killing turkeys. And they also saying that little TJ got set up by a female. So what else is new? That shit ain't nothing new about that. That's that. Salute to the chat. Who up in here before I get out of here? That's right. Karma for what he did to his own daughter. Yeah. What up? What up? Who else up? Who else up in here? Y'all look at y'all quiet today. Miss Deja, hold up. That's right. Miss Deja said, I swear I love my old boy. He ain't never embarrassed me. A real definition of a solid man. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's still some dudes staying solid out here. The number one way to stay solid is stay away from the bullshit. That's really all you got to do. It's really not hard. All you got to do is mind your business, stay to yourself, stick to the script, and you won't be caught up in none of this bullshit. You're going to see whenever you try to entertain a lot of bullshit, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get caught up in the bullshit. And not only that, when you lose focus of being solid, you start drifting off. And that's when you start losing credentials and you start becoming something other than what's 100. The number one thing is stay to yourself. Like, I got to say this, like, I haven't really been talking to nobody the past 2 weeks. It is nothing personal. It's just that sometimes I got to stay to myself. And I got to get my shit in order. And I got to focus on what I got to do for me. And I got to focus on what I got to do as a whole. And when it comes to maintaining your sanity out here, and when you really trying to be on your A game, sometimes you got to separate. I'm talking about separate from the world. I'm not just talking about people. I'm talking about from the world, from the bullshit. Like, I don't want to keep saying this, but it's a couple of people I ain't talked to all week. And they already know what it is. Y'all already know it's love. You know what I'm saying? Love never changes when it's real. But people change. And some people change for the better. Some change for the worse. But when you change it for the better, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I told you, it's the same exact thing that when you hear about people had to go pray for 40 days and 40 nights. When people had to get away. Some people got to take vacations to get away. You have to get away sometime from everyday same old bullshit, the same shit every day. You got to get away from that so that when you come back to it, you can deal with it differently and accordingly. I'm a master at knowing when to separate from shit and shutting down shit. I'm only explaining this because even throughout the weekend, you know, a lot of y'all know I respond to certain things faster, but you know, I'm always going to get back. You know, I'm always going to respond back. But I do have a lot going on right now, and I got to put things in perspective. This is what a man has to do. Whether you a man, a businessman, whether you are the man of the household, sometimes all three, a man has to do what a man has to do to get things in order, especially when you're dealing with creativity. That's all I'm saying. But let this be a lesson for everybody that it's a time when you got to get your shit in order. We all keep up with what everybody else is doing. We see it every day. But you got to ask yourself, being that you keep up with everybody else, how much time do you actually put into taking out time and worried about what you're doing and what you got going on? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to see this is the main problem. So I pay attention to what's going on, but I don't waste too much time on it, or I'm not going to put too much time into what other people are doing more than I put into myself. Because before you put the work in, you got to put the work into yourself first. Then you can put the work in and what? Help others. But if you can't help yourself, you can't help nobody. If you ain't got your mind right, you can't tell nobody nothing. So in order for me to come up here, speak my mind and give my opinion on shit, for one, I got to know what the fuck I'm talking about. For two, I have to really, really understand what I'm saying before it come out my mouth. And at the end of the day, I can't be a hypocrite. So I have to make sure I got myself right before I speak on others or speak on other events. Or before I do anything in life, I got to have my own self in order. And it's called self-preservation. That's all this shit is about. But like I say, the people that's 100 going to stay 100 because they already know what it is. If you got discrepancies about certain things, it's because maybe you got your own shit going on. But I will say this, no man or woman should ever be too concerned or worried about how somebody else feel about them. Like, if somebody feel a certain way about me, I don't lose no time or sleep over that shit, whether it's good or bad. Meaning, when people put me in high regards and salute me, that shit don't go to my head. It's never gonna go to my head because I look at it as a respect thing. When a person salute me, I look at it as respect, appreciation. I don't look at it like I'm the man, I'm that nigga, or I get big-headed. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like I'm being appreciated. And it takes a lot for a person to acknowledge what somebody else is doing good. Because we know a hater will go all out their way to make sure they don't acknowledge you or to act like they don't even know what you got going on. And sometimes it's not even a hater. Sometimes it could just be people that don't agree with you. They don't rock with you. So they're not going to stand or acknowledge when you're doing something good or great. And then sometimes it's just because people got other shit going on and they just ain't got, they just haven't been paying attention. So my point is every individual got to be their own person and just live your life. If you live your life right and accordingly, which you should already know, everything is going to flow smooth together. That's it. You know your peoples are your people. Whether you got people you knew from high school, people you knew from decades ago, whenever. When y'all link up, it's like y'all never left. Those are real relationships. Those are real friendships. Those are real connections. When you real, you're going to stay real. Whether you see somebody every day, speak to them or not. But I'm telling you, we in a time where everybody got to get their shit in order. So that's what the fuck I be doing. Period. And I'm not going to be distracted. I'm not going to be measured. I'm not going to be calculated. That's why I go off the books. I move off the books. I move off the radar. But that's what I've been doing my whole life. That's what I do. So anyway, I'm just shedding light on certain things and let y'all know that I'm prepping for these next 90 days. I'm prepping for the rest of this year on major events that already have showed us what's going to happen. Certain things they're not playing no more. So I'm not about to waste no more time playing or speculating on what's about to happen next. So I'm getting my shit ready. So when shit hit the fan, I'm going to still be chilling. I'm still going to be straight. But I got to put the work in now so I will be straight. Just like you got to do the same thing. You put the work in now, in the future, you'll be straight. I don't care if gas go to $10 a fucking gallon. I don't care what they got planned. If you put yourself in position, you'll make it through. If you sit here, keep playing, sleeping, thinking shit is a joke, always worried about like dumb shit, you're going to be way behind in a race. It is a race right now. The race is who's going to be here, who not. Who's going to be in position, who's going to be out the loop. Who is going to be failures. I told y'all we in a time now where the line is being drawn. I'm not drawing a line. I just see the line being drawn and I'm choosing my side. I'm looking at my future and where I want to be at and where I'm going to be at, not where, oh, I might be at. No, I'm telling y'all what it is. So that's just my opinion. That's my remedy. That's my formula. So everybody, you do what you want to do. Just pay attention to what's going on out here. That's it. That's right. 1090 timing is the key. In order to have the right timing, you got to know how to what? Strategize and utilize your time wisely. And you'll see that when you don't utilize your time wisely, what happened? 9 times out of 10, you end up in some fuck shit or some bullshit or something you're supposed to be getting done. It ain't getting done because your fucking timing is off. So that's a fact, Bori. That's a fact, 1090. Your timing gets thrown off because you ain't watching the time because you don't know what time it is. Or sometimes you might let people throw your timing off. You let different distractions throw you off. But you got to have tunnel vision. That's it. It's like you got a house, you got the bathroom. Yes, you got to use the bathroom a couple times a day. That's where the bullshit go on at. That's where the shit stink at. You got to go to the bathroom and shit. But you don't spend your whole time in the bathroom because what? You got the living room, you got the bedroom. It's different parts of the house. Meaning it's different parts of life we got to deal with. Yes, we deal with the bullshit, but you got to understand it's bigger than that. And some people, they are living in their own misery, so they don't want to see the bigger picture. And guess what? We at a level now where it ain't really about talking no more. That's why I keep saying ain't nothing to really talk about. It's really not. That's why I just keep repeating the same shit over and over and over and over again. Because it ain't nothing to talk about but this real shit. Then I gotta wait for a fucking some shit to trend like this so I can break it down to show you where we at with it. To coincide it all together. When I told you that niggas are folding, when I told you that men are becoming weak, men are becoming effeminate, I'm showing you right here. This what they promoting, this what you see. This what it is. This ain't no coincidence. Just showing you the shit. Another black man falling, broken, kicked off the show. Another black man wasn't there to protect his family. House pillaged. Do you understand what's going on? Sit. And all of these stories, they make sure they trending. They make sure you see this shit when you wake up. Because they're making it your reality of black men falling. That's it. I'm about to be out of here, y'all. I'm done. But other than that, I'm gonna do my thing this weekend. You know, I'm gonna pull up. Y'all stay in tune. Y'all be ready for some episodes this weekend. Y'all stay tuned. Let me get into something though. I don't know which way I'm gonna go with it, but we probably gonna do some breakdowns or something. Other than that, though, good to see y'all, man. Thanks for y'all support. Salute to all my day ones. Salute to the people that just pulled up. I also got to go through and make sure some of the people that's been down, y'all got y'all wrenches. I told you when you're on StreamYard, you can't actually see who got wrenches. So I'm gonna do my homework, and the people that's been rocking with me consistently, I'm going to be giving out more wrenches. So y'all stay tuned for that too. Other than that, thanks for supporting. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion. Make sure you go subscribe to her. And to my people that's on their ground working, y'all keep working. Keep working, keep the good content coming. And that's where we at with it right now. Yeah, that's the word of the day. Self-awareness. Be aware, be self-aware, and that also means to be aware of those around you. Exactly. Juicy Peach, what's up? Thanks, Juicy Peach. Yeah. At the end of the day, y'all give me my flowers every day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already give me my flowers. I'm gonna be real. All of y'all. All of y'all that holler at me behind the scenes, all of y'all that's consistent. I know who all of y'all are. Y'all always give me my flowers constantly. You know what I'm saying? So I already got what I was looking for. Thank you, Layla. Other than that, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Y'all stay in tune, man. Y'all look forward to me popping out this weekend. I'm gonna pop out. Other than that, enjoy y'all Friday, enjoy y'all weekend. Keep the vibes right, keep the bad energy away, handle your business, and that's the word of the day. TGIF. What can I say, man? I'ma holler at y'all real soon. One.